Hey everyone, welcome back to this second last part of Star Rail. This one has the Aventurine boss fight. So I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk over the fight, my thoughts on it. And here's Akron eating a peach. But let's continue.
I envy your close friendships.
Let's get going, everyone. The hour of...
To solve the mystery of the Watchmaker, it is crucial to get the IPC's intel. The path ahead is fraught with danger. But what's trailblazing without a little danger?
I have a bad feeling that something big's gonna go down. Are you ready? Let's waste no time and head to the theme park then.
Mr. Yang. Why did you not tell your companions about my true identity?
It's just like you said, an inability rather than an unwillingness. Plus, it's a long story, not something that can be summed up in a few words. But I chose to believe you, and my trust in you stems more from my own personal judgment. I also believe that if it were their choice to make, they would make the same one.
Thank you. I'm grateful. To reciprocate, in the upcoming confrontation, if the odds aren't in the Astral Express's favor, I will stand with you, if my meager strength is required.
Alright, so I saw the silhouette and I was like, this is gonna be the Aventurine boss fight. So up till now I was running a Nihility team comp, but I wanted to switch things up. I heard how tough it was, this boss fight was extremely tough. I mean, I was playing it post-nerf, but yeah, I still heard that it was extremely tough, so I thought, going in with the stall team, the classic stall, Natasha Gepard, Ranmei for the buffs, and Akron, lore purposes. This is my team. It's looking back at it, it looks weird, but it is what it is.
We're back here again. Aventurine actually chose a really conspicuous location. That guy's really taking it to a whole new level. Does he really think he's a superstar or something?
Not a soul in sight. The hounds drove out the visitors, and now their whereabouts are unknown too. Everyone, pay attention. The other party has obviously come prepared.
Ladies, gentlemen, dream seekers, tycoons, esteemed guests of the Watchmaker and the family. Also not forgetting the nameless of the renowned Astral Express. Welcome to the Interastral Peace Corporation live show!
Astral Express, you're late. And this, unsought guest.
We've kept your appointment, Mr. Aventurine. It is customary to show yourself as well.
Well, I will, naturally. But before that, I've got to introduce our guest of honor. Everyone, give it up for Miss Delaron!
Let me remind you that in all likelihood, this stage and her identity have nothing to do with the wanted murderer.
Oh, no, they do. Of course they do. Otherwise, why would I work so hard to gain your trust and then invite you all here? Because she's the only one who saw all 3 homicides. She is the key to proving that the family's death does not exist in Dream's promise is nothing but a sham!
3 homicides?
That's right, madam. The 3rd one is about to happen right now, right here, in Clock Studios theme park. A truly grand death. You, and you. All of you are going to die. And it's all because of you, Miss Stellar. You will become the personification of death. Oh, don't underestimate the preservation. The cornerstone of the Amber Lord will surely guide me. Let me be a little clearer. I will detonate the Stellaron in you and cause a teeny, tiny accident on Penacony. BAM! The entire theme park will be reduced to a shattered dream. Then, before the family can even react, I'll become the IPC fleet's navigator.
Your bluff isn't fooling anyone. If you could really do that, you would have done so earlier.
You wanna bet? Sure. I'll bet with you. I'm betting that it'll be a sweeping victory for me. By detonating an unprecedented explosion to prove that the vow of harmony is a complete and utter joke.
You won't do it.
Of course I can. It's just another gamble. I came from the wastelands of Sigonia. For just 60 red copper coins, people paid to brand me. Put me in chains. Place me in the gallows and bury me in the golden sands. But the sun could not kill me, and the quicksand sent me back to the embrace of the guild and the IPC. Bear in mind, my victory wasn't just a stroke of luck. No, I've never been defeated. Have you ever heard the saying, sleep is the rehearsal of death? Why do the living sleep? Oh, because we are not ready for the final rest. Every night is practice for the end. You and I are escaping into our dreams for fear of death at this very moment. And death will surface in our dreams. Friends, the game has commenced, and you cannot choose to decline. Nor do you have any reason or grounds to! The dice are cast. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to unveil your cards? The architect's flawed stone. Of no value at all. I'm putting down the bet. I'm taking the gamble. I'm claiming the win. I'll invade spin the wheel, a daring gamble. Walking the brink of death for rebirth. Oh. For the Ember Lord!
Alright, finally.
Alright. Let's see who has the last laugh.
You know, I should have gone with, a Welt Himeko team for the proper lore purposes. But whatever. Now, I have no idea how this boss was pre-nerf. I actually wanted to test it out, but unfortunately I can't now. It actually sucks. But still, So this is the dice thing that was shown in the live stream, and honestly I have no idea what. I don't even remember, like it's been more than a week or so since I've done this quest. Okay, it's equal draw. I've heard, and you know, after playing it I realized that AoE units might have been, you know, the greatest characters that you could probably bring to the Aventurine boss fight. Like, you know, the initial team that I had, the Nihility team with Lynx, Kafka, Acheron, and Black Swan, that team would have been really amazing for this boss fight. Oh, if only I knew. So I really like the design. I am not looking forward to this boss becoming part of, you know, the simulated universe. But knowing HoYoverse, they'll probably make it a simulated boss fight, you know, with one phase, or they're probably gonna just, you know, make it into a... Oh wait, what did I say? Yeah, but they're actually gonna make it into a simulated universe boss fight for, you know, for New Relic World or something, or they might, you know, make it into a Memory of Chaos boss. Yeah, like, you know, when you have ton of endgame modes, you basically confuse the hell out of it. Yeah, ultimate has been active. You know, this is... I think that's one of the most stupidest buffs you can probably give Acheron, because her buffs, her ultimate is activated when she like stacks, or when the entire party stacks 9 debuffs. So like I have no idea. Like lore wise probably, you know, Acheron's winning, but in the gameplay wise I have no idea. I would honestly call this fight, you know, pure luck based. Like I have no idea what I was doing. And my Acheron isn't built as well. Like, you know, the current Acheron that I have, like the present Acheron, she's 10-10-10, and she has her signature light cone. Her relics are all maxed out. You know, she has around, I think, 150 crit damage or so, and 31 crit rate or something like that. But okay, I think this was the nerf, like, you know, his numbers might have been higher over here. That's just an assumption, I have no idea what was, like, you know, before. Like, I really wanted to test it out what was pre-nerf. So, like, what I was saying about, you know, Acheron is that my Acheron in this video was probably, like, you know, she probably had a Fermata on her, and her relics weren't maxed out. She probably had the bad relics as well. Yeah, so like I have no idea. It's hilarious. But still, she does insane amounts of damage. It's absolutely bonkers. She's an absolutely Chad unit. Like I would really recommend, if you enjoy the Nihility teams. Like, you know, I'm a huge simp for Nihility, but if you enjoy that, definitely get Acheron. You know, one of the few things that I didn't like about Aventurine was his distorted voice. Like in the entire quest that Aventurine had, you know, in his POV. And oh, so yeah, so this was basically the tough one, or whatever. Nice. You see a single target winning. I think this is the nerf. Like, you know, they set lower numbers over here. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, previously it would have been 7 or 8s, and that would have been absolutely difficult. You know, Japard's gonna get the short end of the stick. Okay, wait, Acheron's ultimate also gets activated. Nice. That's good. See, honestly, I don't remember anything. But you know, the break damage, like the toughness reduction Acheron does is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know, she just makes the Memory of Chaos easy as hell. Like for the first time, I think I got a 3-star on floor 11 of Memory of Chaos today, which was absolutely insane. Never experienced that before. Oh no, Japard's gonna die. You know, that's why the stall teams are great in this game. You know, you have a healer shielder combination, and the enemy can probably just do whatever the hell it wants, but you're good to go. Because you have this continuous set of heals and shields. And I don't know if this team would have worked, you know, pre-nerf, like pre-Aventurine nerf. I really would have loved to test that out. since I'm hearing that apparently Aventurine dealt, around 3k or 4k damage pre-nerf. So I really wanted to, like, test it out, but apparently HoYoverse thought, like, screw it. HoYoverse should have the guts, like, we're not gonna debuff this fight. Make it like Kernanos, in FGO, where you have that big fluffy boy destroying you. Insane. This man has insane effective resistance. Yes, I don't like his distorted voice because it's annoying. I think this was, the problem people are facing, because you have so many single target DPS, and when you're fighting bosses, you'd rather bring a single target DPS than an AoE unit. So Aventurine, like, if you want to fight Aventurine, Kafka, Acheron, Jingliu, because they also have, a weakness advantage over him as well, so that's where these characters probably work. Dr. Ratio wouldn't work over here, Zealous wouldn't work, Jing Yuan would work pretty well. That's my assumption, basically. I don't have Jing Yuan, so I have no idea, but Herta probably wouldn't. I mean, Herta would. Clara also would. Like, if you save her skill, like, you need to have skill points for when the dice phase happens, but Clara could also work.
Hope you're prepared.
It was a long ass boss fight though. That's the problem with stall teams, You need to be really attentive. Like, if one of your stall unit falls, it's game over. The entire strat has broken apart. And I know this because I've played a lot of stall teams in FGO. It just changes the entire game. Oh no. Yeah, Aventurine is coming out tomorrow. When I'm recording this, the day before Aventurine. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pull for him though. No, I'm saving for Robin. Robin is hotter. She sings, and she's Robin. So, like, yeah, that's good enough reason, right? Screw his backstory. Also, I wasn't really a huge fan of Aventurine, before the story quest as well. That's a great amount of break damage. It's kind of insane how Ron May deals more break damage than, any other character's skill or whatever. Granted, I have, 160%, 170% break effect on her, which is something else, but yeah. Another observation, do not use your burst, do not use Acheron's burst on these dices, because that's a complete waste of a burst. Unless, it's the last option and you need those points to survive, but I'd rather, just stick with the skill, because hitting 3 dices is almost always good enough. You're gonna get a ton of points. And I think this boss has, an increasing difficulty. Like, initially, we saw in this video only, initially he had lower numbers, 5, 2s, 3s. Then it gradually grew. It went to 6, 7s, and then it became 8s and 9s, and now it's, I think it's always 9. So I think this boss has, a scaling difficulty, and that's probably why a majority of people couldn't do it. Or maybe I'm just, it's happening with me only, and I'm kind of unlucky that it happened like that. So, when I used the ultimate, I expected to hit Aventurine, but yeah, I messed up, and it was a complete waste. But the good part is that, if you use your ultimate, you can change your score. But man, this boss was so long. I probably should have gone with, my original team, the Nihility team, and that would have been like, destroyed him immediately. DOTs go. I love DOTs, man. DOTs are amazing. I've been using, Acheron, Kafka, Black Swan, and Lynx for like the past first half or so, and it's been like an amazing team. It's never failed me. And the best part is like, I can go into fights where I don't have a weakness break and still I'm gonna win, because the DOT and Acheron's toughness reduction is good enough. But I guess, it is what it is. The stall team was also something that I wanted to show, and this is probably the only moment in this entire game that I can, actively use stall teams. Yeah, Acra, he's probably gonna die here, and then you're not gonna hear me in this series ever, because it's all dialogue heavy. It's all dialogue heavy now, boys. Lower accurate kill. Lower accurate. What? Yeah, lower accurate. Alright, enjoy.
Down to the last player. So why can't I be happy too? Why can't I feel that free? Always hide your ace with a straight face. I'm starting to get a little impatient with you all. Friends, to fully relish this, I'm betting every last chip. Only by casting aside reason does one truly gamble. Emanator, I know you'll match my wager, right?
You're leaving?
Perhaps. I might pass through the place you mentioned.
Pinnacle. What do you hope to find within a dream?
I'm not looking for anything. They aren't in a dream.
I'm afraid the family will not open the doors for you.
Why?
Because the path you walk is not accepted by the Harmony.
Even if that's not what I want.
Precisely because it's not what you want. Because they are not like other Eons. They have never glanced at anyone, and they never need to. They leave woven strands of fate for humans to walk, and together, they weave a great shadow. And this shadow silently envelops them.
There are always those who rise from the shadows.
They mostly become a part of the shadow.
In your eyes, am I the same?
You still have a strand of color, but not much.
That is enough. Before they vanish completely, I will reach the Nihility's end. I wish to mourn the departed, weeping like rain, to swell the crossing stream. As the tide arrives, leading you back home.